Narcissistic injury is the term used to describe the reason why a narcissist becomes so emotionally agitated or enraged. It is an emotional injury that surfaces when the narcissist feels like their character is under attack, usually when their superiority complex is at its minimum. A narcissist has such a fragile sense of self that their character is dependent on these three things: superiority, entitlement, and attention. Now, who the narcissist is cannot exist without these three personality traits. These three personality traits, in my humble opinion, are what I call the unholy trinity of narcissism, and they glue the narcissistic personality disorder together with a need for control. The narcissistic injury occurs when all or any of these three traits are challenged because the narcissist has then ultimately lost control. When the narcissist's superiority is challenged, when their sense of self-entitlement is ignored, when the narcissist cannot get their attention that they believe that they are deserving of or entitled to, the narcissistic loses control and begins the descent into themselves as a narcissistic injury creates panic within the narcissist. That panic is projected onto you. This panic is seen as rage, and it is their last-ditch effort to regain control over their self-delusion of superiority, and they have no other means to do this except to control you with their rage. The narcissist feels emotionally threatened, and they are then triggered to respond with either a fight or flight behavior, and this is known as narcissistic rage. The narcissistic injury happens because the narcissist's sense of self-worth is not inherently attached to their awareness of being. They cannot soul search and ask deep soul-defining questions. They have attached who they are to a delusion, and that delusion of self is that they are superior to everyone else. And they have done nothing in personal achievements to prove that they have a higher achievement status through education or personal dedication, honing in on those skills through practice. They have no personal awards, no certification, and certainly no natural talent. Oh, but wait, they've got a Mensa card. They believe that they are just that superior without having to do anything to attain that superiority. This delusion is the opposite of confidence, and it has to be built up and maintained because the narcissist cannot prop themselves up in any sort of confidence. They have to posture themselves against an arrogant nature that uses entitlement instead. And for these entitlements to stick, they need public awareness or your attention 24/7. And if they can't get it from you, if you should take a difference of opinion, or you are paying more attention to yourself or to other people, even your family pet is going to get the narcissist agitated. When you do not make them your focus, look out, because the narcissistic injury is going to escalate because it's starting to percolate. You will see their change in mood as quick as a heartbeat. You will see offense written all over their face as they will become so emotionally wounded and exposed that they have to indirectly or directly let you know that you are the cause of their terror unhinged. The narcissist will slam doors, stomp around, pace the floor, acknowledge you with an eye roll. They can be so direct with their indirect attitude, you know that they are aiming at you. So be careful. Do not press too hard. Don't call them out, because their annoyance can escalate to not just verbal arguments, but they can get physically violent. They often throw objects, punch walls, and can become physically violent with you. The narcissist rage can become so emotionally and physically draining that you actually fear for your safety. And you experiencing their rage causes you to adjust your behavior to become more suited to the narcissist, and this ultimately is what they want. Their rage causes you to become hypervigilant, causing PTSD. Their narcissistic rage is real, and it teaches you how to toe the line. It is manipulative and controlling as it prevents you from living in peaceful sovereignty. It teaches you to never ever disrespect the narcissist again. It teaches you to worship the narcissist. It teaches you how you should adjust your behavior and think of the narcissist before yourself, and think that they are superior over you, as they are more deserving of your attention than you are deserving of anything else. You will learn to subdue yourself and hide yourself away within yourself, as you will learn how to put on that mask. The narcissist in their rage is justifiable and deserving in their mind. And if you experience this just one time, you're going to experience it all the time, because ultimately their rage is used to make adjustments in your behavior, not theirs. Their rage is who they are, so believe that anger. They are mean, grumpy men and women who cannot see the good in anyone else. When you see narcissistic rage, understand where it is coming from so that you can set aside some personal time to reevaluate your relationship with them, with this person, and take steps to keep yourself emotionally and physically safe. When you experience the narcissistic rage because of narcissistic injury, know that you are dealing with an emotionally stunted child, and the best way to deal with a childlike temper tantrum is to give them a timeout by you leaving the room and not giving them the audience they so desperately need. They are only trying to regain control of their delusional sense of superiority and entitlement. They need you to make that happen. So don't entertain their shit show. See them for who they are and value your own worth, and walk away immediately, and take steps to make your walking away permanent. You got this.